Do you like anime and GTA? Neverness to Everness is the game to try out then. It is a supernatural gacha role-playing game with a JRPG feeling. Humanity is in constant peril from a type of being called anomalies. I don't 100% know what I'm looking at here. They range from trash cans to, well...
What am I doing here?
You are the newest member of the BAC, the Bureau of Anomaly Control, a secretive force that works to contain and nullify anomalies that violate human life. But, did I mention you were the newest member? Yeah, that kind of high-level containment is left to the elites, many of who you will meet in your day-to-day life as you explore Hetero. This is a game about adapting to a new city. You'll do jobs for money, meet and assist the colorful personalities of the business you are booked in with, go on dates, pet cats, shop, and do what you can to make as much of a profit as possible. You'll need it to power up your characters. After all, you still are an anomaly hunter, and much of your day will be spent fighting anomalies for upgrades. Combat is action-based with you controlling a single character that can be swapped out for other characters. While this does mean that you will only have one person on the battlefield, the game capitalizes on the swapping style of gameplay that was made popular by Genshin Impact. Characters will do unique attacks when swapped at opportune times, and many of the characters of the game are designed around being part of a cycle rotation. The main character, in fact, excels in cycling in and out to other characters to quickly trigger what is called a cycle reaction, which is a combination of two elements that will produce a unique effect. These are short-term effects that greatly affect battles, so you'll be using them frequently. This creates a rather satisfying loop of using a character, putting their element out through some means, switching to another character, quickly combining it to trigger an effect, and then stacking it with other character abilities to make these damage windows. And that's the game. It doesn't quite have the freedom of a GTA game, and it's honestly more reminiscent of Yakuza. You'll be watching a lot of very long, but good, cutscenes that I personally cried to. The fighting can be very brawler-esque if you want it to be, and besides the side activities that have been nicely listed in a progression system called City Tycoon, there are many collectibles, so I guess you have some Assassin's Creed in there too. Let's talk about the elephant in the room if you're watching this as a gacha enthusiast. What makes this game different from the others? The city of Hetero feels lived in. If you want to just relax and get lost in the city, I would struggle to think of a better free-to-play option than Neverness to Everness. I personally quite enjoy fishing and just driving from waypoint to waypoint. It does give me that open-world GTA activity vibe that you'd want. It's not just the city that feels alive, but the characters too. The level of involvement that a character has in a gacha game can feel very predictable. It'll usually follow this pattern. Meet them in main or mandatory quests. Do a test run with them in a battle or two. See them again for their personal side quest, which in some cases are mandatory. And then they will disappear from existence other than in limited time events or fan art. From what I've played so far, NTE is much better about this. Many characters you see will reappear in other quests. You might receive text from characters at certain points. You could see your party members roaming around the city and ask them what they're doing for flavor text. Certain party members you can date and invite to your... And sometimes characters might just appear in battle to aid you, sometimes at very opportune moments. NTE thus far has done a good job at not forgetting about characters, and that adds to making the world feel alive. The pity system is also much more forgiving. It openly displays how close you are to the pity limit, and if you don't hit pity, then the point that you are at will carry over to the next banner. That is specifically for the pity limit only. This goes a long way in combating FOMO for me. It sucks that I missed out on a character, but because I didn't waste any rolls, I could just choose at that point if I want to continue and work to the new character or just be patient and conserve dice. And the gacha system is it's a board game. It's actually pretty fun. So, in conclusion, the game is great. Difficulty is on the lower end to middle of the spectrum of action RPGs, which is great if you're looking for a game to just relax in. Co-op right now feels very tacked on for the gameplay side anyways. You can get some fun out of it through photo mode. And ultimately, the gacha's habit of very limited resources will eventually show itself. But if you could find all of that permissible, then Hetero could always use another anomaly hunter.
What's that smell? Smells amazing!
Oh, by the way, if you're into SCP, Control, or Abiotic Factor vibes, you should definitely check the game out. I'm not familiar with SCP compared to others, so I won't really talk much about it, but if you are, then NTE might feel pretty comfortable for you.